Hey, Sal.
What's
New
up?
England Patriots have made the playoffs. We did it.
Congratulations.
I don't know where to start, except for an hour ago, I felt like this was a loss. We were going to have to go back to the drawing board with some of the injury stuff.
25 minutes ago, not an hour. Yeah.
Whatever it was. Drake May went to another level. Put that one on the old resume. Collinsworth, I don't know if you heard the tail end, was doing Mike, these are the second year guys. I'm not talking like in the league right now. I'm talking all time.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, Collinsworth. What a win though for the Pats, and what a loss for the Ravens. Where do you want to start?
I heard the Collinsworth. You just cannot scare Drake May. I've tried it. I tossed plastic spiders at him. I threw a shark in his bed one night. I brought him to the top of Mount Vesuvius and tried to push him off. You can't do it, Bill. You can't do it.
Mike, I hid in his closet once, and I had a Michael Myers mask on. He was not fazed. I jumped right out. He didn't even move. He didn't budge. Yeah, they tried everything. I mean, the biggest thing they didn't try was playing Derrick Henry in the last 7 minutes of the game.
Yeah,
I don't understand what happened. We couldn't tackle him.
Well,
and he was just over on the bench with an overcoat on, and then after the Pats scored to go up 4, he was still on the bench.
He didn't get dinged up, did he? Was he hurt? They never said anything, right?
I don't know. We didn't. There wasn't a ton of injury reporting going today. Like Henderson was just gone. We didn't know for an hour what happened to him. Then he's gone. He's out with a head injury. Okay, thanks.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't have a lot of reporting on this stuff.
That's a big win. That's a big win. You did text us. You're like, we got too many guys out. I was like, who's out? Gronk?
Well,
Brady?
DeBundo was getting a little feisty on the Sunday Ringer pregame thread about how we were the paper mache Pats.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, we'll be there in January. We're going to get our guys back. We're missing all the offensive tackles, the run stopper, and then the home run hitter, Henderson. And it didn't matter because Drake May just said, fuck it. And Diggs was the other one. Diggs hasn't done that in a month. Maybe more than a month.
You thought he would do it against Buffalo or didn't, but yeah. No, I see. Like it's, the football gods say, hey, these guys got beat up by a real quarterback last week. We got to go back to normal where they just beat up on shitty QBs. So, my heart bleeds for you. You got Ty Huntley again. Nice job.
I know, but was from what Lamar has been the last 5 weeks, was it like a massive drop-off? Did you feel like, oh no? I mean, I thought Huntley was pretty good.
He was good.
Except for the last drive. He was okay. He moved the ball. I mean, it wasn't his fault. Zay Flowers got stripped on an awesome play by Chason.
Yeah. No, it was a good win. That's a kind of win you want when it's cold and you're on the road and all that stuff. And now, who knows? Maybe you won't even be on the road.
Well, so they're down 24-14. He hits Kyle Williams on that bomb in the corner, which is a throw he's made at least 10 times this year for a touchdown. And the guy is usually never open. Kyle Williams is the speed guy that we have drafted this entire century and have gone basically 0 for 12 in these guys. And this is the first one who's actually made plays for them in big moments. But that was an awesome throw by May. And then the next drive, they're on their, what are they on? They're on 11, hits Hollins for 20, and they're just moving down. And then the third really shaky call of the game was that long bomb to Booty that he got tackled. No call, even though Booty got an OPI on a pretty chintzy one earlier than that. But
we got a master's class in OPIs and PIs today. Just throughout the day, like everybody. I never.
Well,
I
if I was a Lions fan, I would be out of my mind.
Yeah.
The Chiefs run that pick play, or at least they did during the Mahomes era. What do they run that play 10 times a game?
Be careful. You would have to give back like 6 Lombardi trophies if you're going to play this game.
The pick plays?
Yeah,
with the Amendola and Edelman?
It was exactly 1 yard or less than a yard, whatever it was supposed to be. No,
the worst one was the St. Brown OPI. I just feel like guys do that all the time. They usually call the big tight ends on that, and that's it. But so May ends up 31 for 44 for 380 with 2 touchdowns. And I didn't look at the FanDuel MVP odds, but what do you think? Did that move him up, or is it Stafford's to lose at this point?
Yeah, it moved him up because Stafford was minus 350. He's at minus 185 now, and maybe is plus 160. And Josh Allen is 25 to 1 now.
Yeah, he wasn't good today. I think Allen was the right bet for a couple weeks there, but he just didn't do enough in the Cleveland game. And I think that ship has probably set on him. Yeah, May is plus 175.
Plus 175
right now.
It's moving as we're talking. It's very exciting. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I have all my notes from when I thought they were going to lose. And one of the first notes was Drake May, really good, not quite good enough, because he had the pick in the first half and he had the fumble. And this is something we've talked about a bunch of times on this pod about, like, everything is there. And the last thing is to get rid of those 2 dumb plays a game and maybe knock them down to 1 or 0. But the best quarterbacks, that they're at 1 or 0 with the dumb plays. And he had the bad pick and he had the fumble in traffic, which he's had a couple times in his career. And also Vrabel wasn't good enough because the fake punt was terrible. I don't know why they did that. What was that? 4th and 10?
Yeah.
And it's like, if the one receiver is not going to be open over the middle, the play's just not going to work.
Right.
We're going to have to eat it with our 3rd string safety. Is going to have to try to take on 9 guys. So I don't know what happened on that.
Let's read your notes as if they lost. You still have those notes? I think that'll be more fun.
Did the Ravens lose anything going from hampered Lamar to Huntley? I had the Pats are missing all of their offensive tackles, their run stopper, and their home run hitting running back. Will they be okay in January? And then I wrote down, is the season just too long? Because we're just seeing injuries every week now. And the Lions today were like the fucking zombie Lions. What was that team? They couldn't even run the ball anymore. Not that they were calling running plays, but we have 8, 9 teams. Like the Chiefs lost their backup quarterback to a torn ACL, the double torn ACL.
Same injury. Going for the trifecta next week. Yeah.
Maybe we don't need an 18-game season.
Yeah, the Lions went through. They were on their 3rd center of the day today, not like of the year, like of the day today, and it couldn't run the ball. I think they had 15 yards rushing. Everyone had Gibbs props over. Didn't happen. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about that. But one more thing about May, I'll give you credit. And
I love how begrudging you are with the May thing. Like, we're going to talk about Trevor Lawrence later, and I'm going to have some apologies.
You should have lost today, but we
should have won last week. We're up 21-0.
I know you said like the offensive line is a mess. They weren't pressure. That's the one guy in the league you can't not pressure. He will freaking torch you because he has such a good long ball, right? And he does throw guys open. From 45 yards, from 18 yards, from 25, all different distances. I don't know if there's another guy like that in the league where it's like, all right, you don't pressure him. He is just going to destroy you, much like number 12 back in the day for you in Foxborough. So I'll give you that.
Yeah, but Sal, here's the issue with this.
Go ahead.
His numbers against the blitz are like among the best in the league. Like that's one of the things he's great at. And Collinsworth did a good job today pointing out, like, he holds the ball to the last possible second and gets rid of it, usually accurately. But I don't really know what the move is.
What's the in between no pressure and the blitz that he does well against? Because that's what teams need to do.
I mean, I hesitated like somebody's going to steal my secrets because they won't. Yeah. But I would do the disguise thing that the teams used to do against Mahomes, where it was just a bunch of guys and you never knew if they were coming or going. And it's like, are 8 people coming? Oh, they're all sinking back and just I would just try to disguise as much stuff as possible. The problem is, well, I assume the Henderson is just a concussion and he'll be back in January.
Yeah.
But, when it's just Ramondre, like, he's not really a pass catching back. If Henderson had been on that wheel route in the end zone, that was just over, like, Henderson scores on that. That's a touchdown.
But, you cannot scare him. You can't scare Drake May. What are you going to do?
No. Well, the Jaguars were feeling unbelievable there for about a half hour because they really had a chance there to steal the 1 seed.
Yeah.
With any chicanery, but now it's too confusing now. Denver's 12-3, New England's 12-3, and Jacksonville's 11-4. So I guess it's going to come down the last couple weeks. What's interesting is the Christmas games. 4 of the teams are eliminated now. We have 3 Christmas games, and somehow the NBA games. It's a win for the NBA.
Yeah,
the NBA was like, oh, the NFL's taking our turf. And now we're in this situation where the NBA games are probably better.
It's one thing to be eliminated, but when it's Josh Johnson versus Dak Prescott, when it's Max Brosmer versus Jared Goff, when it's Bo Nix against Chris Oladokun, that's bad times. That's not really good. I don't know. I mean, maybe some of those starters come back or second string. But
see, you follow college and I don't. Chris Oladokun, just a complete stump for me. Never heard of him. Didn't know how old he was or where he went to college. Had to look it up.
He only played for like 3 colleges. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
He ended at South Dakota State, South Florida, Samford, drafted by the Steelers like 3 years ago. And now he's the future of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Christmas game.
This episode of the Bill Simmons podcast is presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like expecting a linebacker on the football field, but getting a line cook. Sure, they both can handle the pressure when it starts heating up, but only one is stopping a touchdown. You wouldn't settle for just anything for your team, so don't settle for just any insurance. When it comes to getting the help you need, State Farm is the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I need your honest answer on something. This could be a social media clip. Get ready, Eduardo. Do you think the Patriots are good enough to make the Super Bowl? From what you've seen, you watch a lot of football every week, and the case for them, I think, to make it is that the AFC is wide open. They have a quarterback who potentially might have real greatness in them. They can run the ball just enough. They should be able to get enough of their offensive line back in time for January. Their defense is feisty. It's a tough team. It's a real together team. They have good chemistry. They're going to have at least one home game in the playoffs. And I'm not allowing myself to think about it like in a real way, but I thought that win today was a little different because Baltimore, that just seemed like a game Baltimore was going to win, and they took it from them.
I'll say it. Yes.
So you think it's conceivable?
Well, why wouldn't it be? You beat the Bills already, and they're like ahead of you. Like they would have to do it on the road and all that, like that. But you could at least play close with the Bills in January, right?
Because the Bills' defense looked horrible today against Cleveland. I mean, really, like awful. It was kind of shocking.
A lot of big plays. Like they give up big plays to nobodies too. I think Travion Williams and Isaiah Bond, they're eating you up.
Right.
They give up 5 15-yard plays. The only thing that's working for them is James Cook has more than 5 15-yard plays. So at the end of the day, they have more points. But yeah,
that's the thing is you go through all the teams, everybody's got their couple things to point to where we're like, we have this.
Right.
And for Buffalo, it's Allen and Cook. And it's like, we have this.
Mm-hmm.
The Pats have Drake May and Vrabel.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, I can't wait to talk about them because I thought that was the most impressive performance today. But we got to save it for a little bit later. But you go through the AFC and it feels like everybody you can make a case for or you could poo-poo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just going down the line and be like, no, here's why this Denver. They've been lucky that for 3 months, it finally caught up to them today. This is closer to who they are. You can just do it with every team.
I mean, what are they going to do? Like the talking heads are going to say, how's this start? No way New England beats Jacksonville in January. No way New England beats Denver in January. That's just for clicks. That's not true.
Well, and then Houston, everybody's sleeper.
Yeah.
Which I had, my fantasy season died today because of CJ Stroud and Nico Collins. And I can't overstate how bad CJ Stroud was today.
Yeah.
I don't know how many throws he missed, but it was over 10. Which just like throws he just missed. That he either sailed, he threw it, led the guy out of bounds, like all kinds of things. It was just, I don't know what happened to that team today, but the Raiders they came very close to beating them.
They could have won.
It felt like the Texans just thought they could show up. I don't know if they knew it was Andrew Catalon's 200th game.
Oh, I didn't know that. That was?
Yeah, they met everybody, even the officiating guy. He stepped in and congratulated him. Yeah, 200 games for Andrew.
Wow.
And then it was Chris Myers' 132nd straight Carolina Panthers game today. That was the other thing. They stopped the game in the third quarter.
He commented on how he's never heard this place so loud. It's like, yeah, well, you live here. You're here. You're here more than your actual house.
Your apartment is a suite in the Panthers Stadium. I feel way better about the NFC than the AFC from a Super Bowl standpoint, I think.
What do you mean, picking a winner, you mean? Or
I just think the Rams are...
I do too.
I think the Rams are a class up. I'm not saying the Pats couldn't beat them. And by the way, we saw 2 games already this week come down to the dumbest 2-point conversion I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever the fuck happened last night in that Bears-Packers game, which was the dumbest win of the year.
The night games were great.
Last couple years. It was awesome. Congratulations to the Bears, but that was bonkers. Mm-hmm. The 4th down guy in the corner that nobody's ever heard of, making a shoestring reaching up catch, and then you get an onside kick. There's 2 onside kicks a year. Then Caleb has the best throw of the year to win the game. That was nuts.
That's what I don't understand about that Chicago team. And we could go through the 10 games they should have lost when they were losing by 6 or 8 or 10 and with a few minutes left in the fourth quarter. But when it gets down to it, if they're there, he throws some great balls. He really does.
And he gets away from sacks. He really does. Like, it could be 2nd and 20 every time, and he always gets out of it somehow.
Yeah. But yes, you're right. The onside kick is insanity. It's like, Dobbs is treating it like it's covered in like rhinoceros shit or something. Like, just bat that out of bounds. Get rid of it. If you don't want you want to catch it, it's fine. Just kick it out of bounds. I don't get that. I could do it. We do it in my living room. Me and the boys, we do it in the living room. We pretend we're recovering onside kick, and I guarantee all of us are better than what we saw the other day.
This is pretty bad. Well, so Denver's got at KC, which is suddenly one of the easiest weeks in the league. KC's terrible now. Mm-hmm. And then they're home for the Chargers, who just keep winning as we keep trying to look for reasons not to think that they have any sort of anything, and they just keep beating everybody. Pats play at the Jets, who are just awful. They are horrible. I mean, they fell back 9-6. I was going against the Saints defense in fantasy, and it was any third down. It was just a sack. And then they're home for Miami, who looked like they quit today. They looked like they were done for the season.
They're fine.
Then Jacksonville's at Indy, who suddenly has to win tomorrow, basically, to stay alive. Yep. And then home for Tennessee. I don't know. Who would you bet on for the 1 seed?
So
I can give you the odds too.
Yeah, I have them here. So are you you're 650 for the 1 seed, or did that go down?
No, we're plus 180. Denver's minus 145. Oh, yeah. Jacksonville's plus 850.
Well, looking for, yeah. Right. I think it stays. I think it stays as it is.
Well, it would have to be the Chargers winning in Denver.
Right. I think it's Denver because they're going to get an easy win next week. And then, I think they maybe learned a little bit. I mean, I knew Nix was like slinging it like John Elway last week. I'm like, we're not going to get that again today, probably, are we? He's somewhere in between there. But the Jacksonville just beat them up like all over. Like, you can't, was he 14 touchdowns, no interceptions in the last 4 games, Lawrence? Just doesn't turn the ball over anymore.
I want to dive into that game. The Bill Simmons podcast is brought to you by FanDuel. 'Tis the season to be boosting on FanDuel this year. You're getting 7 straight days of holiday rewards, each one waiting in the app for you to unwrap every day, bringing a new way to play. Keep checking in to see what drops next. All of it leads to the Christmas Day special, where you can get something extra special. I'm going to be doing my Ringer 107 picks for Christmas on Tuesday. Got to study the lines. We have 4 teams eliminated out of the 6, so I got to take a look at it. 7 days of gifts, 1 big finale. Head to FanDuel.com/BS to get into the holiday spirit. FanDuel, play your game. You must be 21 plus, present in select states, or 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Opt-in required bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration, max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. This episode is brought to you by Michelob ULTRA, the official beer partner of the NBA. We are a little past the quarter mark of the NBA season. It's been some fun stuff's been going on. We have 4 really good teams in the West. The Knicks seem like they're good in the East. And then my Celtics is the thing I've been the most excited about. I thought they'd be a little better than 500. But what we've seen so far, they've been one of the underdog stories of the year. No Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown putting it on his back. The guards playing better. It's been really fun to watch. So if Tatum comes back, they might actually... who knows, be like a sleeper in the East. But it's been an unexpected delight for me. They won 2 games, game on Friday, game on Saturday. They beat 2 good teams. Really fun to watch. There's a lot to look forward to this season, but the best moments are served cold. It's almost as good as a nice cold Michelob ULTRA. It's a superior light beer, only 95 calories, getting NBA fans closer to the game with exclusive prizes and a chance to win courtside seats. Michelob ULTRA, superior is worth playing for. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob ULTRA Courtside, 25 to 26, no purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents, 21 plus, begins on October 1st, 2025, ends on June 30th, 2026. Multiple entry periods. See official rules at MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, prizes, and details. we got to talk about the Jaguars. So they put out a Nobody Believes in Us social media video that Kevin Wildes and I were both excerpted from. All the people who didn't think the Jaguars were for real, which included me this week. I didn't think they were for real. I wasn't buying what they were selling. I thought Lawrence was awesome today. That was easily the best game I've ever watched from him. The crowd was crazy loud. I thought Denver's defense, especially in the first half, was really flying. I thought he was as good as Drake May was in that Sunday night game. Like really like pushing all the buttons. I've never seen him play like that. Did you see the same thing?
Excellent. Taking off for first downs, flying horizontal to the ground, all the stuff he needed to do. And you're right, it was really loud. Like twice the whistle blew. Remember he got like pounded. He just got destroyed from the back.
Took a huge hit in the back.
They took the camera off
Wasn't
him.
expecting it.
I'm like, he's going to be down for a while. And he got right back up. And I almost think like he does better when he can't hear when it's too loud. Like you play in Jacksonville and you can hear your parents making dinner plans in the crowd. Like
distracted by his dad's voice.
Yeah, exactly. You play in Denver and first of all, they shouldn't, they probably even shouldn't use whistles because they don't work. Like, I don't know, like maybe you blow a horn that says, what's the Bono line for, well, tonight I got it, Sam, instead of you, or something. Yeah. Something other than a whistle.
Sing the rest of it.
No, that's enough. That's enough. But yeah, I said like, and what's weird about them is.
Yeah. I'm listening. I'm just turning the air on. I'm getting hot. I'm getting sweaty from the past one.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
Keep going. Yeah.
I took them over and I took them to win the division because I thought Travis Hunter would be really good. Because I thought Brian Thomas would be really good.
About Travis Hunter.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
First time I thought about him in a month.
And Brian Thomas has put up nothing, right? He'll have a decent first down every now and then. But Brian, if you would have said Brian Thomas is a non-factor and Travis Hunter's not even like, he's on IR since week 4. Where would you put Jacksonville then?
Well, the Myers trade turned out to be the best deadline trade anybody made. They already extended him. And he's like this reliable security blanket for Lawrence. Mm-hmm. But I've watched a lot of Lawrence and we've been stuck watching him in that 6:30 a.m. Eastern time twice a year where you can really watch. And he always just seemed frenetic to me. I'd given up on him. I talked about it on a pod. I just thought we'd seen enough. How many starts can somebody have where they kind of are who they are? Right. And I don't know if it's a new coach. He seems more confident. Like even like he's like there's like a leadership aspect to him. I always thought he seemed kind of overwhelmed, especially like in a game like the atmosphere today. Yeah. I think a year ago he throws 3 picks and he throws a red zone pick. I just think he would have stunk. And he was really good.
They did play like there was bulletin board material. I don't know if it was you and Wildes or if it was Sean Payton. Sean Payton said the small market, and Liam Cohen talks about that after the game, and it really did look like they responded to that. And I just don't want to get caught where we were with Bo Nix last week. We're like, oh man, this guy's back. What did he throw 4 touchdowns? And no, but here's the thing. Here's the difference.
There was a lot of evidence that Jacksonville might be good. There was a lot of advanced metric stuff from the last 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. The line was between 3.5. A lot of the sharps were on the Jags. And I think people were wondering, but weren't convinced, could this be the second half make a jump team? Right. So now they've won 6 straight. I think Lawrence has 16 passing TDs and 2 run TDs. Their defensive line can get pressure. Yeah, secondary is good enough. They still give up a couple explosive plays a game. ETN has been way better, and they're better at using him. Like they'll run those little quick screen passes to him. Yep. So there's been signs of this, but they put it all together today because I thought, Denver hung around in that game, and the crowd was in it, and they really wanted them to make a run, and Jacksonville just kind of slammed the door. It's impressive. And then I thought the Sean Payton, every week he does something where I wonder. Where it's like, are we sure Sean Payton's good?
Oh, you didn't like when he kicked the field goal down 17, right? You hated that?
What, 11 minutes left?
But they need 3
They're down
scores.
17, they're on the 2.
Yeah. Was it the 2?
The 2 or 3? They're on the 3. Mm-hmm. It's like you need 2 touchdowns. You're not going to get much closer if you can't get it here. Even if you don't get it, they're stuck on the 3. They got to play out of the end zone with a lot of noise. I don't know. I was
a little biased.
That's one where I'm like, you got to go for that.
I had Denver under 25.5 points as my wisest wager. So I didn't mind that at all. But yeah, you're right. It's, but in our defense, the AFC South has beaten us up over the last decade, bets-wise,
Really
right?
has.
So we're thinking, all right, only one team's going to come out of it, and Daniel Jones was leading the way. It's like, all right, we'll root for that because they look unstoppable. It's like, oh, it's not three. Now 3 teams are in the running as of December 21st. That's insane. But yeah, Jacksonville's everything we didn't think they'd be.
Well, how about this? If Daniel Jones never gets hurt and Jacksonville's doing what they're doing, could we have had 3 AFC South playoff teams, 2 in the AFC? Now we have 8 playoff teams. I don't know who gets bounced. I guess Houston? Maybe Houston doesn't make it at that point?
At that point, you're saying? Instead of
maybe they
Indianapolis?
take the Houston spot?
Yeah, that would be it.
Because Indianapolis was 8-1.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it would be Houston. This comeback would be too late, I think.
Well, I don't want to overreact. I feel like we've overreacted a few times.
Yeah.
No, this was a different one just because of the crowd and the defense. And listen, Lawrence's stats were a little bigger than maybe what the actual pass. Like they broke 2 short passes that was just terrible tackling by Denver. And I was talking to our buddy Gus about it after. He was a huge Broncos fan.
Yep.
I was like, what happened to your team today? And he was like, we were due for a shit game. Right. And that happens.
That's
so
fair.
maybe if they play a month from now, maybe Denver is a little different. I thought RJ Harvey was actually good today. But Jacksonville, if you talk about teams that can kind of do everything, they could at least make a case like, hey, I know throw away the first half of the year. Just look at our last 6 weeks. Stop saying, oh, it was against the Jets. And they beat the Chargers 35-6. Which we were like, well, the Chargers lost all their guys. I don't think the Chargers have lost since then.
No.
So
I don't think
I don't know.
Either.
Maybe we read this one wrong.
And listen, I'd still be surprised if they made it to the Super Bowl, but they could make a run here. They've won a playoff game with Lawrence. They beat the Chargers, right? In that crazy game a few years ago. So they can figure out how to do it. They're not going to embarrass themselves the rest of the year. They're going to get in, maybe not as a 1 seed, but they'll be good. What's their record? At Indy and then Tennessee? Oh,
yeah.
It'll be 13-4.
The thing I don't understand, I've never seen somebody so blatantly acknowledge and embrace the nobody believes in us thing. Because usually that's like more of a Fight Club thing. Like it comes out after. I've never seen somebody aggressively market the game as a nobody believes in us and then back it up. Because now I don't know if that can count as, I don't know what that's like different than a nobody believes in us.
If they back it up? Yeah.
Just like pointing out before the game that nobody believes in you.
Oh, I see. Right.
It's like a different, they might have created a new thing. I've never seen it before.
Joe Namath guaranteeing the victory kind of
but
thing.
Everybody thought he was crazy when he did that.
Yeah.
The Jags were like, here's a video we've made of all of our detractors.
Right.
And we're going to shove it in their face. And they're talking shit about Sean Payton after. It's pretty interesting.
Should we change it
to a lot of confidence.
Only Shakey's believes in us?
It's shaky.
I guess if they get the 1 seed, they won't. It's not them, but
well, so the Pats probably aren't going to see them in round 1.
Right.
The thing I don't like about them is the explosive plays, like going against them.
Yeah.
They get big, like 20, 25, 30-yard plays, which I think in the playoffs can tilt games where you feel like, oh, this team, they're on the road. And it's like all of a sudden they've just busted one.
Well, that's why everyone's afraid of you.
Came on too.
Yeah.
Strange. Yeah, no, the Pats have that too. Although we'll see with Henderson coming back. This episode is brought to you by Loom. Packed calendars, nonstop emails. Yeah, work can leave you feeling pretty stuck sometimes. Get your team unstuck with Loom by Atlassian. It's AI-powered video messaging that lets you quickly record your screen, your camera, and your voice to share updates with your team whenever, wherever, even across time zones. Unstuck your process, projects, and teams with video communication from Loom. Try Loom today at loom.com. That is LOOM.com. Must be 21 plus and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.